You've probably been told your whole life that discipline is something you build, right? Brick by painful brick. It's all about willpower and grit and just trying harder. But what if that whole idea is just wrong? What if the secret to real, lasting discipline isn't about what you build, but about what you steal back? And that's the core idea right there. Discipline isn't built, it's stolen. And today, we're going to figure out exactly what to steal and why. Everything you've ever heard about willpower is actually a trap designed to keep you stuck. So let's dive in. We are going to break down the 3 thefts that create a system for discipline that just runs on its own. This isn't about finding more motivation, nope. It's about building a smarter architecture for your life, a simple framework you can start using literally the second this is over. All right, first things first, let's just completely dismantle the biggest myth out there, the willpower lie. And here's the uncomfortable truth you really need to hear. You don't lack discipline, you lack a system. And trust me, there is a massive, life-changing difference between those two things. So get this. Researchers at Stanford found out that your willpower, that thing you've been trying so hard to build up, it works just like a battery. It's a limited resource, and every single decision you make, no matter how tiny, drains that battery. And this is what that costs you every day. I mean, most people wake up and it's just an immediate storm of little decisions. What am I going to wear? What should I eat? Should I check my phone? By the time they actually get to the important stuff, their battery is already flashing red. But disciplined people, well, they already made those decisions last night. Their discipline isn't stronger, their system is just a whole lot smarter. Which brings us to our very first heist. Theft number 1 is all about stealing back your energy. The mission, should you choose to accept it, is to reclaim your focus by getting rid of all the little, pointless choices that are sucking your mental battery dry every single day. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. This is a strategy used by some of the most effective people on the planet. It is exactly why Mark Zuckerberg wears the same gray t-shirt, why Barack Obama only picked between blue or gray suits, and why Steve Jobs had that iconic black turtleneck. They weren't building discipline, they were stealing back their precious decision-making energy for the things that actually mattered. So, I want you to seriously ask yourself this. What are the small, repetitive choices in your life that are just killing your willpower before you even get your day started? What can you put on autopilot? Now, for our second theft, and this is a huge psychological shift. It's about stealing a brand new identity. The goal here is to stop focusing so much on doing disciplined things and to start the process of being a disciplined person. And there's some really powerful data on this. In his research, author James Clear found this incredible difference in people who were trying to quit smoking. The ones who said, I'm trying to quit, focusing on the action, they only had a 10% success rate. But the ones who said, I am not a smoker, a total identity shift, they had a 60% success rate. That is a 6-fold increase, 6 times more effective. I mean, think about that. It's the same goal, same desired results, but one tiny shift in language from action to identity made them 6 times more likely to succeed. This isn't just a small change, it's a total game changer. And this is why it's so powerful. Every single thing you do is like casting a vote. When you choose to go to the gym, you're not just working out. You're casting a vote that says, I'm the kind of person who's fit and healthy. Every small choice you make reinforces the identity you want to have. Okay, let's move on to our final and, maybe the most practical theft. This one is all about stealing the first step. The strategy is super simple and based in behavioral psychology. You make starting a new habit so ridiculously easy that it's basically impossible to say no. And we do this with a really powerful combo rule. First, you take that big goal, say going to the gym, and you shrink it way down to something that takes 2 minutes. So your goal isn't work out for an hour. Nope, it's just put on your gym shoes, that's it. As soon as you do that, you put a big X on a calendar. And from that point on, your only job is to not break the chain of X's. You know who famously used this? Jerry Seinfeld. To become a better comedian, he made a commitment to write new jokes every single day. His goal wasn't to write the best jokes, it was just to show up, do the work, and get that X on the calendar. And after a few days, something amazing happens. Your motivation changes. You're not just doing the task anymore, you're protecting your winning streak. Okay, so we've covered the 3 thefts. Now, it's time to bring it all home and plan your very first heist. This is where we move from just learning about this stuff to actually putting this whole system into action, starting today. So here it is, your complete architecture. First, you steal back your mental energy by putting all those little decisions on autopilot. Second, you steal a new identity by making small daily votes for the person you want to be. And third, you steal that first step by making your new habit so small it feels silly not to do it. See how they all work together? Okay, so here's your challenge. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, I mean right now. Choose one, just one, 2-minute action that moves you toward a goal you care about. As soon as this is over, just do it. Then find a calendar, I don't care if it's on your wall or on your phone, and mark your very first X. Because that X is so much more than just a mark on a calendar. It's a vote, it's proof, it's the exact moment you stopped just trying to build discipline and actually started being disciplined. You've probably spent your whole life thinking discipline was this giant mountain you had to climb. But it was never about the mountain. It was always just about picking up that first stone. So the only question left is, what are you going to steal back today?